Hello everyone, this is round 4 of the Summer Swiss. Um, the game between Michael and Ptolemy ended pretty close, and Michael barely pulled it out in the end game. I think with a victory on time, but I don't remember. I think it was pretty close to an even position. Um, so this should be pretty exciting. Uh, I've decided to play the Najdorf here, I think. I looked at some of his games against the Khan, and I didn't. Oh, and there we go. Okay, um, I didn't think he would actually play the main line. That's interesting. I looked at some of his games against the Khan. I thought he played kind of some weird systems against it, so I decided on something different. Um, and he's also deciding on something very different. I had no idea that he played this. I'm not even sure what this is. Um, okay then. Well, I'm extremely out of book here. So what's the plan? Let's see. Oh, this is extremely strange. Well, this is very misplaced, and this bishop's a little loose. I should be able to do something here. Um, Very strange. Okay, I suppose I'll keep developing. Um, I want to go for a b5 push. Of course, I can't do it now. Getting my knight to e5 though is going should be pretty nice. This queen can just go to g3 though. She seems fine. It seems like a reasonable spot for the queen. I think if early queen g3, I think I just play this, and then I think I have a pretty reasonable position. If he captures, I take with the bishop, and I'm fine there. But he hammered these moves out pretty quick, so I think it's kind of weird that he was expecting a Najdorf. But yeah, when I look through his games, he had some games against Khans and Taimanovs, and Dragons, but no Najdorfs, and that's the only other Sicilian that I've played recently. So I figured this would be a decent choice. Um, so I was expecting like an English attack or something, and then that would be a pretty comfortable game. But I have no idea what we're doing here. Okay, so we're only going to be playing b6. That's fine. Um, so weird. Okay. All right, we'll continue bringing the knight here. I don't want this pawn to advance. I want this bishop to be pretty bad for a long time, and well, I want to actually be able to play b6, and I can't really do that with this queen here, so we'll take care of that. I guess I also could have played like queen c7 and then b6, and then if he pushes, I can play bishop b7. It's a little dangerous though. I thought that there was something with queen b6, but hey, the knight just comes back. Nothing really at all there. Hopefully we play better in this game than we did in the last two games. First game I think went pretty smooth, and then the last two games were just total catastrophes. Um, Not really sure what I was doing. Got into uncomfortable positions out of the opening. I think we're doing fine here though. Probably queen g3, right? And then I kind of like my position after h6, I think. Oh, that's a little strange. Huh, it's interesting. Um, well, why f4? I figured queen g3 to make room for f4, to be opposite this, to allow for bishop h6 stuff. Yeah, if queen g3 and h6, that bishop just actually just moves back. And then I'm having a tough time. Queen there, though. Very weird. Well, I guess I can play h6 and force a capture here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we have the bishop pair. Alright. This knight's also moving with some tactical plans. Not really sure where I would move him, though. Yeah, no, I'm really not sure where I would move him. Probably he wants to play f4 now. I think we should take this time to castle. Probably better than anything. Let's see. He's got some weaknesses, but I don't think there's any tactical shots. Yeah, I think we should take this time to castle. Is he going to castle queenside? After playing a4? Could get away with it. Yeah, there's f4, of course. Well, I kind of wish I knew where he castled now. That would really determine where I would put this knight. If he was castled queenside, I would put it here, so I could open up the b file. Maybe this is something I want to do anyway. Is there a better square for the knight than c6? Can I justify playing it back here? I don't know about that. Yeah, I really don't know about that. I think it needs to come back. Let's see. I think it does need to come back here. Yeah. I was looking at g6 for a little while, but that only works if he's, stupid and castles queenside or something, but I'm not really expecting that if I were to play g6. So he either moves his knight somewhere else, or I get the open b file. I don't really mind either of those things. Yeah, actually, I think my position's pretty reasonable. He might even be tempted to why is that cancel pre-moves? I was gonna say tempted to take or and then castle queenside, but this is kind of interesting. Yeah, because I wanted to play queen b6 at some point. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, it's a good move. Okay. Yeah, I wish I knew where he was castling. I could really figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I need to get this bishop developed. Putting that pawn there boxes out the knight even more, and allows me to develop my bishop. I'm not so worried about this weakness. I don't think anything can be done about it. Should be fine. Yeah, and I think regardless of what he does, I think a lot of my play needs to be on this open C file. I don't really have much else. The bishop pair. So I will want to go for a pawn break pretty soon to open this position up, but I kind of want to get my pieces in order before I think about doing something like that. Queen on c7, bishop here. Maybe this bishop needs to come back, unfortunately. It depends on, yeah, it kind of depended on if he was going to do something like that. Okay, so we do unfortunately have to pull the bishop back, that's fine. Okay, and we know where his king lives, so that's helpful. Let's get off of this. We're probably going to bring a rook here, bishop here, and we'll start to play for these pawn breaks. Probably d5. But yeah, this is sort of a position that I wanted out of the opening. It was sort of one of them that was acceptable for me. Just kind of this hedgehog structure. The bonus is that I have the bishop pair, which was totally unexpected. The other position was against some kind of an English attack where I could sort of make his knights trip over each other and win the bishop pair that way. There's a lot of positional motifs where that happens. It's usually a higher rated player doing it against me, and then I question why I only play the English attack against the Sicilian. So what does he have? He could be going for like something like an f5 break. Might be interesting for him. Oh, really? Moving the knight again, huh? Strange. I get my break in. I can take it and play d5. What? What? Why do you do that? I get a free break. Huh. How about that? That's kind of cool. Nice. Alright, let's do that. Nothing, I'm not losing anything? No? Alright, that's cool. Shit. Of course I get the free break because of the queen pin. That's very nice. Now this bishop is great. I get rid of my weak pawn. As long as I didn't seriously overlook something, this is just fantastic. Cool. So after he moves his queen, or moves his king, I guess. I think I would move my queen, though. I'm not sure. He's going to have to move both of them. This bishop's coming here no matter what. He's going to have to move both of them at some point. Yeah, now what do I want to do? What's going on here? I guess I do need to take this, don't I? I could push. It's kind of cool. Ooh, that's nasty. But that closes the position. Is there really anything to be gained from pushing? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna casually take that. Open this position right up. And I think I sort of assumed he would take with the queen. I guess he can take with the knight. And then I need to probably play this first before I could do this. Just so that I maintain control over d7. I don't want to be playing bishop b7, and then he plays like queen d7 or something. Maybe it's fine for me, maybe I have some kind of tactic. But that just looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't think that's very good for me. Didn't even have to calculate it, and it's just kind of one of those moves that looks very uncomfortable. So yeah, I assume he'd take with that. And now we do need to play our rook over. Should be fine. He does have to watch himself, with this pawn getting a little loose. So if I play rook takes rook after the queen move, I might be able to win that pawn. He can't take with the bishop, so he can take with the bishop. Excuse me. He doesn't need to keep this guarded too, though. So this looks... Oh, so he does that. Okay, well, that's boring. Let's see. Oh, that's really boring. Oh, come on. I get a pretty good position if I take it, though. Man. What's he doing that for? I wanted a decent middle game to play with. Well, I think I need to take it, unfortunately. Yeah. I think I do. Oh, man. I don't know. I can't really refuse it, can I? Looks like a very nasty position if I do. Looks like I'm just losing control over everything. Like, where do I put my queen if I refuse it? A7. Then he goes king h1. And then I just made silly moves. Okay, so I think we do have to take this. And then... I'm really surprised he took back. He should have taken here to move my bishop back here. That was why I didn't like that move, the queen c4 move. I didn't like it for me. And then I thought my position would have been tougher to play, but now, not so much. Now this is much, much easier. All of my pieces are kind of getting developed first. So if I can win a pawn here, that would be fantastic. Somehow. I mean, he can just put his bishop to d3 and... yeah. What do I do about that? I guess we're getting to the point in the game where I should probably check tie breaks and see if I draw what's the deal. Oh, well, we're even on tie breaks right now, so I can't really. That's tough. Because I'm starting to get that feeling. I have the bishop pair, which is nice. But he has the queenside pawn majority. I think I have better pawn structure, though. Maybe only slightly. It doesn't look like it should really affect him. I'm surprised bishop d3 isn't one of those moves that was just like instantly played. Whoa. What? What does that do? Really? What? Why? He wants to put it to f3, I guess? Very strange. Very strange. Okay. I have some ideas. Let's... So I have this check, but I also want to double on the d file. And should I start with the check? I probably should. I think. Interesting. Wait a second here. I'm also looking at bishop f6. No, that doesn't really induce any weakness that I want. I was also looking at this. If I play check and, he can go here. I'm just gonna move back. So I'm not so sure about that. If I go here, he has this. I take his bishop, he goes rook d7. But then I have that capture. That's kind of funny. So maybe we can actually just go here. Yeah, let's try that. Just to keep that knight pinned away, and then I think he should play c3, but I want to induce that. I want to induce some weaknesses, because if he plays c3, it means he can't go bishop d3, which is the move that I was annoyed with earlier. And on c3, I'll probably just move back here. Yep, okay, so we'll just come back. Knight moves, I double rooks, I think is kind of the way to do this. Let's see. I could also double his pawns. Does it really matter though? What is that move? Okay. Okay, so we double rooks. Wait, takes. Yeah, this should be fine. So now he can't go bishop f3. If he goes knight f3, I have bishop takes, I think. Do I? Bishop take, rook takes, rook takes, and then I guess he takes with bishop, and then I get a rook here, and he can't go rook f2 because I have bishop here. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Wait a second. Is that worth it? Yeah, that's worth it. Yeah, he has two split pawns. I was looking at if he plays rook takes, and then actually plays rook takes here, and I play rook d2, and he can take this pawn, and then I take this pawn, and he has these two split pawns, and then his queenside majority is, well, it's kind of ridiculous after that. And I guess he can take there, and we're in opposite colored bishops, aren't we? Amazing, great. I guess I just assumed that he would take like that. Yeah. Tough, very tough. Okay. Well, we can still play here, and we can still take this pawn if allowed. And maybe I should have played that first? Maybe? Oops. I guess we'll pre-move this. Really, he took? Oh, goodness gracious. What are you doing, Michael? Yeah, come on. That was a draw, for sure. Alright, so there was a couple things that I was thinking about showing, I thought. Yeah, this is a draw. Let's see. So queen f3 was odd. Yeah, usually the main line, we don't need this. Usually the main line is f4, and you get a really exciting position out of it usually. f4, bishop e7, and white's usually playing things. Well, actually, I don't know where the bishop usually goes in mainline Najdorf. I think c4, but I could be very wrong about that. But bishop goes to c4, kingside castle, and after f4 you're playing things like g4, and you usually get pretty exciting games. Actually, I think it goes to e2. Why, you know, make mistake? Did I not make any mistakes? Yes, we did it. Maybe it does go to e2 so that you can play bishop f3 and defend the king a little bit better. You can tell I don't play the Najdorf, or the main line against the Najdorf. Where does that go? No, doesn't the queen go to f3? I think the queen ends up going to f3, so maybe the bishop does go to c4. Now I need to look. No, we don't do no poison pawn. I guess you can castle queenside. That's not the one that I'm used to seeing. Interesting. Here, h6, bishop h4. I think this is the one that I'm used to seeing. Yeah, white's castling queenside in this line. Huh. Maybe I must have mixed something up. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, usually playing things like f4 or g4 gets very exciting. Now then, he plays queen f3. That's strange. Is that a database move? Second most played? Yeah, what a strange move. It just seems you'd want this pawn out here first. So bishop e7, bishop e2. Even bishop e2 seems strange. c4 just looks better. Right here. Oh, maybe it's not. No, because of this. Okay. a4, knight e5. Yeah, and I kind of love my position after this. Get the bishop pair. And I mean, I guess I didn't give any ground after this, but neither did he. It was a very close game. f4, knight c6. I mean, it'll be interesting to look and see. Like, I was looking at like this, but if he just castles kingside, then I think I'm kind of caught with my pants down. Goodness. Yeah, knight b3 was a good move. And then I think this all kind of went as expected. Yeah, knight d4 I thought was definitely strange. Engine agrees. Yeah. Yeah, this seemed like a really nice pawn break to play. Knight takes and then d5. Here, d takes. Knight takes. Oh. I can play bishop b7 because his knight's hanging. Okay, this was overlooked. His knight's hanging and there's a check. I can never play the check though. Queen d7. Queen takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. And then here. That rook is such a pain though. I guess I would go here then. Yeah, that's pretty good. What's the engine say? Of course. Bishop takes c2. I wanted to go here to sort of control all the other entry points. I don't want another rook getting there. I guess bishop takes c2 kind of does that though, huh? So bishop b7. Yeah, that's very weird. Queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes, and this is the engine line. Oh, except for that. Bishop takes c2, and then everything's complicated. Complicated with, how do we deal with this, rook on our 7th rank, which was ultimately why I denied the line, and played rook here. And I guess my evaluation up to this point was totally fine. And this is what I expected. I expected this. This is what I wanted to look at. Okay. This was like the only, I guess it was a good game, but it was kind of a boring game. There wasn't really anything going on. But this is where I kind of figured that there would be some action, and I actually had like some thoughts about this position. And then here, and what was I looking at here? Can we go knight d6? I guess we can. This looks uncomfortable. Can we even go bishop b7? Yeah, so this looks much nicer for white. Here, I guess something like knight d6. I guess I can just go bishop c6 though. Yeah, now the knight's kind of funny. Okay, I gotta call on this guy. What move was I looking at? Here, I guess the knight just moves anywhere. Bishop f6. But here, I mean, he has opportunities at least. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Kind of a neat line. It's a neat line where I didn't, I kind of had, I think, a small development lead going into this. Very, very small. And then, he is able to play this check and, get a better rook than me. But bishop takes c4, yeah, so that's just missed from him. Bishop b7. Knight d2 was very weird. And apparently rook d4 was too. Bishop c6? What's b3, b5? Oh, that's kind of cool. I would have never considered that. Oh, that's very cool. Wow. Yeah, open up that A file. That's very nice. Oh, and this is played, so you can consider things like this later. That's just too good. I don't know why. I guess I do know why I didn't see it. That's a hard move to see. I was too focused on my rooks, which it's hard not to be. Rook d4. It looks like it makes sense. Induce c3. Come back. And then how is my position after this? Rook a8. Yeah, I think all this is pretty normal. Bishop c5 check there. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes d1. Check. Bishop takes d1. I guess there's something after this. What's the deal here? Oh, bishop e3 is funny. I mean, yeah, trade off all the rooks, and then I have 2 bishops against this, but... Oh! Maybe? Maybe G3? G5? G5? That's kind of cool. Huh. Engines are really good at chess. I did not look this far. This is kind of one of those positions where, I mean, I don't want to trade off my rooks. My rooks look really nice. You know, why not play bishop takes f3 and just get a really good rook here? But yeah, I'm definitely wrong about that. Wow. And then yeah, his position's fine. Yeah, just rook b1. I was looking at b4. I figured I maybe should have played this first. I guess not. Yeah, a5 is reasonable, but it's not amazing. And I'm really surprised at rook f2. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I get a lucky one there at the end, but I'm happy that we were both able to play a decent game. He's played really well the whole tournament, but I sort of backed into this final match. So, all right, we'll start a new tournament soon. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.